Okay, here we go. Back to craft room cleanup here on my blog. What I'm going to tackle today is my spray inks. So I've been really getting into Dilutions for Dina Reevely's Day by Day, and I've been watching that a lot. And she uses her spray ink for her um, water pens. She fills her water pens, which she highly recommends, these Tim Holtz water pens, and she fills them with her spray ink. So today I purchased three colors of spray ink, and I'm going to give that a try. Now, also, this is my mess that I usually have them in, and we'll go through that together. I'm going to set it aside. I also purchased this last week Spray Stain by Distress, the new speckled egg color, and I got the Distress ink pad, so I got the Distress ink refill, and then I was almost out of Vintage Photo, which I use a ton of, so I went and grabbed that too. Now my question and my little thought is, what's the difference here between the Dilutions ink in the water brush and the Distress ink in the water brush? I know they're labeled differently. These are by Ranger Tim Holtz. These are by Dilutions. Well, Dilutions is also a Ranger product. You know what I mean? So I'm going to try those. First, I'm going to organize everything, and I'm not going to swatch anything until I decide that these inks are the ones I'm going to keep. I know I'm going to keep these, but in this basket, there may be some that I may be getting rid of. And if I do get rid of them, I'll let you know. And what I'll do is do a giveaway, and I'll just have the person pay for shipping, because lately I've been doing all these giveaways and it's just costing me a lot of money. So if you'll pay for the shipping, I'll give you the free product. How's that sound? Okay, so I'm going to go through all of my sprays. I'm going to check out what I have. So right now I have these three Dilutions. I got these pipettes on Amazon. I think there was 20 pieces for $3.99. That's a really good deal, I thought, and I've always been reaching for them, and I never had them available. So I'm super glad that I got those. $3.99 on Amazon. And I'm going to use this die set that was given to me by my friend Kathy, and I'm going to swatch out my colors when I decide which colors I actually want. And I think that this will probably be big enough to create the tags. And then I'm going to put them on a ring, and then I'm going to put them in a new location, because right now this location is not working. I'm not using them. I'm thinking that I have a drawer behind me, behind my desk where I sit, and if I organize all of that and have my water brushes together in there, if I'm going to use those colors in water brushes, if that's how that turns out, then I'll have them all together and I can just spin right around and I'll be able to use those. So first things first, I'm going to just shut off my audio, and I'm just going to organize what I have in my basket here, okay? Okay, here we go. I think we've got it. So I've got all of my inks on tags, and I am going to store the remainder of these blank tags on my key ring here, just so I have them handy for any future tagging. I'm just going to stick them to the back, and I can do that at any time. I'm just going to quick do it here. Oops, maybe. And I made these tags out of some heavy-duty watercolor paper just because I thought they would hold up real nice. And I thought that that would be the best choice for the paper. So here we've got in the front all the water-based colors that I have. Then we have the gloss acrylic by Dina Wakley. Then I have Distress Oxide by Ranger. I've got Seth Apter dye inks. Lindy Stamp Gang water-based. And then I have those two sprays that are mixed with alcohol. And I know that I was watching something by Wendy Vecchi, so I think I'm going to go back and research what was going on with those spray inks and alcohol. And then I have the Stamperia leather. And then I found 3 more shimmer mist sprays that look like this, so I put those where they needed to be. I also added in my container here, which I'll show you how nice it looks. Look at that. I added my Perfect Pearls, because you can add these to water and get any kind of spray you want. Or if you wanted to tint some of these water-based sprays with a little bit of sparkle, you could put some Perfect Pearls in there. I also cleaned out all of my mini misters and put those in a bag. Now these are all cleaned out. They don't look 100% clean, but they're much better than they were. So I'm going to leave that in there. I had 2 spray tops that I was not in use, but they work great. So what a better place to be able to find them would be in here. I'm going to put my ring of all my colors in here. And I did fill one of Tim Holtz's water brushes with some of the Distress Re-Inker. And I wanted to show you how cool that was. Now I'm going to keep that in there. And I'm also going to use the other Distress brush that I have. And I'm going to go ahead and fill it with the Dylusion spray ink, because that's what started all of this madness, that we wanted to have that color. And I think I'm going to use this one. It's called Funky Fuchsia. So I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to use one of my pipettes, one of these, and without, okay, so I took this apart. This comes apart. You gotta take the black piece out. I'm going to get ink in here carefully. Put it in my water brush. And I'm just going to rinse that pipette out. And I have just some water on my desk. All clean. Put that back in the bag, and I'm going to store those in there. Put the cover back on. Put this back on. And I'm going to see, first I'm going to cover this because you know what's going to happen if I don't. That baby will get spilled. And I'm going to get the ink going to the bottom of the pen here. Whoop, big drop. And we're going to see how wonderful. Look at how good those two colors blended right away. Okay, so now I think I'm going to probably, because I'm so very anal, I'm going to swatch out these water brushes when I put ink in them, so I know what I have here. These are old water brushes, but of course I've got to use what I have here. And if I feel like one is just, you know, leaking really bad or is just not working at all, I'll consider replacing it. But right now I have to use what I have. So I'm going to fill those with ink. Some of these water-based inks, you know, get a brown, a orange, a pink, a blue, a yellow, you know, get the basic colors, and then I'll have them. And I'm going to set them on my desk here with my other ones. These ones, I'm not going to mention the name brand, but I do not really care for them. I'm trying not to show the label here. They really ink out the side of the brush, but yet again I'm going to use what I have and try and make them work. And I found it helpful if I did set them upright in my cup here on my desk, so I have them filled. Now I'll show you how I will swatch them. Put the name and the color on a piece of watercolor paper so that when I'm looking for the brush I can find it real easy. It just saves you time and it gets you organized. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and I feel that this is definitely a good craft room cleanup. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you again. Have a great night. Bye-bye.